guys, so welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today to be doing this video. This is my first PR package makeup stuff that I get to try out for you guys, and I couldn't be more grateful to be actually getting to try stuff out. My channel's not that big yet. So I wasn't really expecting anything, but Beaky reached out to me through Instagram and I happily agreed to try out some products. So I have the Beaky Bamboo brush set that I used, as well as the Beaky blenders to try out. If you guys haven't already, it would be so great if you could subscribe to my channel. I got a cold sore going on. I'm human. If you are going to wait for the perfect time to do stuff, perfect time to film, you will never get that time. So you just kind of got to roll with it. It is what it is. So I really wanted to film today, and so just bear with that. But yeah, if you guys would like to see this makeup look, then just keep watching. All right, so let's get started. I'm so excited to try these brushes out. They feel incredibly soft, so I can't wait to see how makeup applies with them. So I'm just gonna go in with my Forever Skin Glow Dior foundation. I'm gonna go in with the brush first. I think you could use either one for foundation. I'm going to try the flat one today, and then I'm also going to go in with the sponges after I apply it and just kind of pat it into the skin a bit. So just going to go, maybe I'll apply it to my face first, just so I don't pick up too much makeup on the brush. And this is the first time that I've applied self-tanner after my hydrofacial, and it just applied so evenly. Sometimes it can look patchy, but it looks so good. All right, let's try it out. So soft. So it seems to be applying really nicely. Sorry, I'm looking in the mirror. I don't see any brush strokes or anything like that. Maybe for the sake of trying, I'll go in with the more dome looking brush on the other side. Yeah, applies so nicely. You don't have to put much pressure on the brush. It just glides the makeup over really smoothly. All right, so I don't see any brush lines. It applied the makeup so smoothly. I think just for a personal preference for putting on my foundation, I preferred just the way the flatter brush felt. It didn't pick up too much makeup, so most of it stayed on my face, which is awesome. So now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. Go in with my Kylie Jenner Skin Concealer. I think the only thing I dislike about this concealer is it's so runny that it spills over sometimes. Like if you leave it on its side, it will leak. So I try to just keep it in its box upright because it's always leaking. All right, so I'm going to try out this more of an angled brush to start with one side. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of some of the concealer brushes I see for certain lines at Sephora. So I want to try this one out first on this side. And it's nice because then you can just get up into the corner of your eye and get up in the nose line too if you want to contour. So this would also be good using your contour color, your dark color, but I like to go up higher with my concealer on my nose. Yeah, it's blending it out so nicely. And then you can just drag it out like that. All right, so I dampened a little the sponge a little bit, so I'm gonna go in on the other side with the sponge. For me, I think I would like to use the sponge more for foundation rather than concealer, but just to try it out. It blended it out more naturally. I find that it probably took off more product, but it definitely took it into the skin more than the brush would, which is good if you want your concealer to look more natural. Yeah, it blended it in so naturally, so I just might go in with whatever's left on the brush and just go into the corners a bit. And then use the brush to go up the side of my nose. So I've applied my contour and now I'm gonna go in with this little flat kabuki and then just blend it out. See how this works? It's nice to have a shorter end so that you kind of have more control with a shorter handle, so that you have more control with how you want the brush to move, especially if this is not as dense. So I went in over it with the more domed shape brush just because it is a little bit more dense. I probably should have used this instead of the shorter kabuki. This is probably more for your bronzers and powders or even blush. So I went in and just blended my contour through with this brush. All right, so I'm going to go in with my Hourglass Veil setting powder underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to use whatever's in this lid and this little powder brush. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Hoola Bronzer as a powdered contour just to try out this brush right here. It's kind of more narrow, but still pretty dense, and I just want to test this one out as maybe a powdered concealer, a powdered contour brush, because it has a nice shape to it just to kind of get right into your cheekbone. So yeah, this is really nice to use as a contour brush. And you can just kind of drag it up a bit. And just kind of blend it through. I'm just going to go around the hairline. bit on my neck. And you could also do this, well, this could be your bronzer. Instead of contouring, you could just pull it through onto your cheeks. For blush, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Peach, and I'm gonna use the little kabuki brush for that instead of blending out my contour, because it is more of a not so dense brush. I can tell it's working really nice with powders, so it doesn't pick up too much of the product, and that is what you want with a blush brush, because you don't want a big dense thick heavy line. You just want to be able to keep building on it, and it is blending it through so beautifully. I hadn't found a good blush brush. I was using one that was so old, like I think it was like 15, 17 years old, because it was a lot more sparse, so it wasn't picking up as much product. Anything that I had been trying had been too dense and just picking up way too much product, but this is perfect for my blush. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the medium nude palette in the Huda Beauty, and I'm going to take this more of a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go into this shade right here. And I'm just going to use this all over my lid, because it's so close to like skin tone and like a bronzer color. I just want to have a really natural looking eye today. Yeah, it blends it out really nicely. And I don't really see any fallout either, so that's good. We have my middle son's first playoff game today in hockey, so that should be fun tonight, and hockey practice as well for my youngest. So yeah, this would be a nice just blending brush for your eyeshadow. Now I'm going to take the angled brush and the same color that I used on my lid with the Huda palette, and I'm just going to go in underneath my eye. Drag it a little bit on top too. This is a really nice, dense, structured angled brush, so you can get a nice, sharp line with it. Drag it out a little bit for a little bit of a wing. I'm going to go back in with the angle brush after I tight lined, and I'm just going to try and pick up a little bit of that liner at the corner and then just pull it out a bit too to go over where the eyeshadow is. You'll just get a nice natural wing. So once you curl your lashes and put on your mascara, it's kind of like an extra lash at the end. So I just finished up any makeup that I wouldn't need to use the brushes for, like my mascara and lips and all that. So now I'm going to go again with the little brush that I used for my powder, and I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Iridescent Strobe Light as my highlighter for the day. If I can get it open. Having a little trouble. All right. Just gonna go right on the cheekbones and then just kind of drag it in through the blush and the bronzer. And again, it applies it so effortlessly. Can't remember which, I think it was Wayne Goss that said it's not about necessarily the products that you're using, but what you are applying them with, and the quality of the product is what the quality of what you're applying the product with is what is really going to make the difference. So I am absolutely thrilled and just exceeded my expectations with how well these brushes and sponges worked. So I'm so grateful I got to try them out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is the final look. This is my makeup for the day. Yeah, I will link Beaky Blender's Instagram in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.